What's up, guys? Jeebs here. Behind me, 2017 Civic Si that I've been talking to you about for a while that I'm going to review. So it's finally here. We have George. He's gonna walk us through the car. I'm really excited for this review because a lot of you have asked comparing the Civic Si to the Focus ST, which ones should you buy? You can't really get Focus STs new anymore, so the Civic Si is a nice alternative. And in this video, we're going to talk about reasons you should buy the Civic Si over the Focus ST, benefits, what he's done to it, and all that type of stuff. And George also was looking at a Focus ST before he bought his Civic Si, so we're going to talk about why he decided to go the Si route. So hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get into it. First thing, we're going to start with exterior of the car. So obviously if you're into Civic SIs, you're going to know there's something different up here. So George, if you want to walk us through kind of what you did to the front end here.
Yeah, so it's not your standard, I guess, SI front end. This is the Type R replica, I guess you can say.
Yep.
Not the exact direct replacement for it. The Type R bumpers are a little bit wider, but this is a replica that
just the design,
pretty
really
reputable company actually hooked me up with.
Yeah, so it has a really nice flush finish here with the other bumper. And did this? Oh, so this comes with it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's just
like
again replicating the.
Yeah, it comes in pieces actually.
Okay.
So you get the front bumper, then you also get the skirt.
Yeah.
And our valance, and then you also get the honeycomb mesh pieces separated.
Okay. And
So
then
when you get the bumper, you actually have to get it painted and then assemble it.
Okay.
And then mount it onto the car.
Cool. And then you did some tinting on the headlights, it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what are the wheels again?
Those are going to be Avid AV30s. They're 18 by 8.5 plus 35 offset.
Yeah, really
they're
good.
On stock tire.
Okay, yeah, that's right. This is the stock tire.
Yeah, those are good vehicles.
Yeah, no, really clean look. Obviously, you keep your car very clean, but they go nicely with the car here. And so another thing I see you've done here, as you move along, you have the carbon fiber wrap along the car. Did you do this yourself? It looks really good.
I did not. No.
Okay, it's a really nice job, whoever did it.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
The main reason why I really wanted to do it was to kind of protect against any rock chips. Or
Yeah. No, that's
also look cool at the same time.
No, one of the regrets with my car, if you've looked at the front bumper, it's destroyed.
Yeah.
Like,
it's hard to get away from here.
You have to clear bra it.
Yeah.
So coming around the back, are these stock tinted, or did you tint these?
No, actually, same company I had in town.
Okay.
Tint your lights.
Okay.
And he tinted the rears and the fronts.
Nice.
For me, so
yeah,
did a really good job.
Yeah.
It's not vinyl at all. It's spray on paint.
Oh,
and it's none of that VHT. It's like actual aerospace grade mixed paint.
Wow. No, that's really nice, especially like with the harsh sun we get out here. You kind of need it to be done.
Yeah, I mean it's been on there since I had the car about 1.5 years.
Wow. Yeah, looks great.
And
looks
then
really
these badges here is also a local guy. These are real Kevlar carbon fiber.
Oh
badges
yeah, that really is.
Through Aerospec Racing here in town.
Nice.
So he handcrafted those.
And then the exhaust, we talked about this earlier. Stock exhaust, but you painted it with like a black oxide finish.
Yeah, I did. It's actually got a muffler delete on it.
Oh, okay.
You can go down a little bit underneath. You can see the delete.
Oh yeah, there you go. Nice. And you can see your lowering springs.
Yeah, so those are the Eibach sport lines. They drop you about 1 3/4 inches.
Okay.
A pretty moderate drop.
Yeah, but all tasteful mods done to the outside of the car, so it looks really clean. So let's pop the hood and talk about what you've done to the engine. Right, so here's a look at the inside of the engine bay. Extremely clean looking. So let's go ahead and walk me through what we got going on under here.
So this is another replica of like the Type R engine cover.
Yep.
This is actually fake carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Not real. But that's kind of like the OEM finish of a Type R engine bay.
Okay.
And I do have a cold air PRL Cobra intake.
Yep.
Runs all the way down to actually the front bumper down in there.
Oh yeah, it really does. Wow.
Gives a nice little hiss when
Yeah.
you let off the accelerator pedal.
Yep.
And I also got, if you can see down there, a little bit of purple, the shift linkage
Yep.
bushings.
Oh yeah.
So those are the Acuity shift linker or linkage bushings.
Yep.
Kind of
Nice.
just tightens up the throws a little
Yeah.
bit. I think that's probably the same thing that you had done.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
yours, yeah.
Yeah. And then you said you also had a calibration on here as well, right?
Yeah, so you can see here, it's got the K-tuner, I guess, access port to it.
All right.
It's stage 1 TSP right now, and that tune was written by like Derek Robinson.
Huh.
He's like a well-known person for like the 10th gen scene or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, it's stage 1, pushing at about 240 wheel horsepower to like 270 torque to the wheels.
Yeah, that's really healthy.
And that's on a stock motor.
Yeah.
Like no other bolt-ons or anything.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the other thing we were talking about earlier, something that for some weird reason I'm obsessed with performance cars is gas mileage. And he was saying even with a heavy foot, he still gets about 30 miles per gallon on this car.
Yeah.
Like my car, I'd be lucky to get that going, 70 miles an hour on cruise control, driving consistently. So that's how efficient this car is. Stock, it gets like 38 miles per gallon highway, and I think like 30 city.
I've gotten 40.
Yeah.
Like being very light-footed on it. So.
Yeah, that's really impressive. That's like you have all the performance, the handling, everything, and it's really efficient. So 4 doors. We're going to talk about all this shortly. So let's go take it for a drive. All right.
It's been forever since I've sat in the passenger.
Yeah, I know. It's always weird sitting in the passenger seat. You care if I mess with the seat at all?
No, go for it, man.
All right.
Get comfortable. I really did, yeah, I like the cockpit feel
Yeah.
when I stepped in there or sat into this.
Honda does a really good job at making seats. All right, so push to start. Initial impressions of this interior. Honda does a really good job. Like Honda doesn't need Recaro. They don't need Sparco. They just need Honda. And you get in these seats, they're not over cumbersome. My seats are a little tighter, can be uncomfortable on longer trips. But everything's just really well done in here. All the touch points. The shifter, perfect positioning. The seats are perfectly bolstered. It's just like a really nice place to be. And I like what you've done at the steering wheel. Is this
Yeah, it kind of
standard?
spruced it up a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't come, it's a blank
Okay.
piece.
Push to start.
And you can see there, that's where I mount my
Okay.
K-tuner there, so
Nice.
you can see like all
And
the boost pressures and stuff.
Have you
there.
done anything with the shifter? Is this stock?
No, this is stock shifter.
Wow,
Only the bushings.
that looks awesome. It almost
It almost looks like a short throw
Yeah, it
shifter.
does.
Right? Yeah.
Wow, that's really nice. Is the e-brake on?
Yeah, electronic e-brake.
How
So,
do you,
does it say brake there?
No.
Okay, then you're off.
So we're off? Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, I will say, like, when the new SIs were coming out, I was disappointed with the power numbers. I thought they were going to have like 235 stock.
Yeah, so did I.
But I just know Honda is more than numbers. I know it's all about the handling because I had one. So that's why I'm really excited to drive this. And plus you've added some power to it. So.
Yeah, but with that being said, I think Honda kind of undersold the power to
Yeah.
the consumer, so that way they can price it at a bracket where most people can afford
Yep.
or want to buy it at.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these cars stock are actually dynoing to over 200 horsepower to the wheel.
Wow. Little backfire there. Oh wow.
And you're not even sporting
No,
it.
I'm not even. I'm just kind of getting used to it. Wow. This has a great feel to it. The shifts, the throws feel slightly longer than my ST, but the power comes on really nicely. It's different driving a Honda with a turbo. I've never done that.
Is this your first one?
First turbo
Oh, wow.
Honda, yeah.
Okay.
You can feel the muffler delete brings a nice tone. This road is so tight you can't really let it loose here. Steering is nice, and I'm excited to test in sport mode too, because it's crazy that the SI now has active dampers. Yeah, like my ST doesn't have that. It's just the sport mode just releases traction control.
Right.
So
and with the limited slip, it helps put it to the ground.
Limited slip differential is huge. ST does not have that. That is a incredible upgrade. Like that is such a key part to this car handling as well as it does.
Very much so.
We got a little bit of space in front of us. This thing pulls surprisingly well.
Yeah, second gear and third gear is the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Above 3,000 RPM.
And this, so I can feel the limited slip differential working as I take these sharper turns. And wow, that is nice. Jump on the brakes. Feels good. These roads are so tight that we can't can't let it loose. Yeah, you just got to be cautious. But the power comes on nice, and steering this into these sharp hairpin turns compared to my ST is the front end just feels more intelligent. It feels more compliant going around those turns. When I'm in my ST, there's just a little bit of there's more stress on the tires that I can feel. So that's one difference that I noticed right away. That's why having that is so smart of Honda to do from the factory. Oh man, it feels so good.
Kind of just point and it goes.
Yeah, it really does. Where's Clint? Wow, this is beautiful all the way up here. Let's talk about, you looked at the ST and you decided not to get it. What were the reasons?
The main factor was, I mean, I'm a family man now, so I got car seats in the back. You know, my wife drives the car every once in a while, and it really came down to the back seats.
Yeah.
Like, I loved the car. The handling was good, and the power was there. Right out of the box, it was just an all-around good car. But I just couldn't get over how compact the back seats were, and that's a big selling factor for me, being a family guy, is that I'm constantly going to be having kids in and out of the back seat. Yeah. And there literally won't be any leg room for any of the kids when you have a car seat. Yeah. Back there.
And I agree. It's the ST. Yeah, it has back seats, but they're tight. And if you're opening that door constantly, you don't want to have to adjust your seat to make them comfortable. In this car, I mean, this is a sedan. Like the Civics have gradually gotten bigger over the years. This one, though, is around 3,000 pounds, I think.
It's just under. Like 2,900.
Yeah.
2,900.
And this is actually 100 pounds lighter than the previous generation. So that's really awesome that Honda's paying attention to weight, because I think weight is, you know, hybrid technology, yeah, there's all that stuff, but I think making the bodies more rigid and shedding weight is going to be how we're going to get more fuel-efficient cars in the future.
Oh, yeah, power to weight ratio is a big factor.
Yeah, because you could have, you know, a 240 horsepower car, but it could weigh 4,000 pounds. If you have a under 2,000, or, you know, a 2,500 pound car with 240 horsepower, that's a fast car. Yeah. So, and then you get efficiency comes along with that as well. Let's put it into sport mode now. So you just hit this button here. Okay. Little beep.
See the little car there?
Yeah. Lit up. All right, we'll go right here. I know this route a little bit better. We're in first gear. Alright, so in sport mode, steering does tighten up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel that. It's not a gimmick, I'll tell you that. So steering
heavier, right?
Yes, has a really nice weight to it. All the damping tightens up, so I'm getting a little bit more feedback from the road. Throttle response, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And with the tune that I have, the calibration is actually set where when you're in sport mode, you get full, like, max boost.
Oh,
I think
wow.
it boosts to like 25 psi.
I love the blow-off sound from the intake.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's a blow-off valve, but it's just it's the Cobra cold air intake.
Yeah,
it's pushing all that atmospheric pressure into the filter.
Yep. Yeah, that's on my car. I didn't get a blow-off. I have a recirc valve that's upgraded, but I didn't get blow-off because it makes the sound and it's kind of obnoxious after a while. But this is nice. Just swings through these turns, no problem. steering wheel's a great size too. I know you were saying you would have wished it had a flat bottom.
Yeah.
Which I get that. It's a good size though.
No, yeah, it's a really good size. I just wish they would have paid more attention to the steering wheel. Give it a little bit more like pizzazz, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I added that carbon fiber trim piece there, and that makes it look better, but
yeah.
the feel is really good.
Oh yeah. No, this thing feels great. High quality leather. Again, the touch points. Honda's really good at that. They cut costs in areas where you're not going to see that as much or touch it all the time, and that's why Honda's great. But previous to this, you were not a Honda person.
No, so yeah, I came from like Volkswagen and Audi, and you know, I've had numerous cars of European, but the thought of me getting into Honda was just like never a thought.
Thought you might have an allergic reaction.
Yeah, so when I actually came down to buying it, I'm like, am I really buying a Civic? You know? I mean, because I think Civic or Honda, for that matter, kind of always has that stigma attached to it.
It does.
And some people out there don't make it, you know, I guess they kind of give them a reason to have a stigma, you know? So I'm trying to at least change that a bit with my car, keep it clean and tasteful.
Yeah, that's... Oh, thank you. Yeah, the way this goes, when weight shifts on these tires and when you're going over a bump and the car's a little off balance, that's when you really feel the limited slip kick in and keep traction.
Yeah, you gotta really be into winding roads like this to be able to...
I know what you're saying though when you talk about the stigma around the Civic, because my car, it's like, yeah, I'm a car enthusiast, but when someone says, oh, what do you drive? And I have to say, well, I drive a Focus ST. And it's like, it's a Focus.
Right, yeah.
But you just have to kind of be confident in, if it makes you happy, it's fun to drive, it works for you, then that's all that matters.
Yeah, well, it's different if someone you're talking to isn't an enthusiast.
Yes.
So they don't know what a ST is attached to a Focus. They just hear Focus.
And then that's where they stop.
Yeah, so that's where they're like, well, I mean, it's just a Focus, right?
Yeah.
So